Hey guys, welcome back to State and Co Truck Insurance Channel. We got a major story today out of Illinois. Nortia Logistics just filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and honestly, it says a lot about what's going on in the trucking industry right now. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, I've never even heard of Nortia. Why should I care? But stick with me because isn't just about one company going under. It's about a freight market that's still cracking under pressure. So here's the deal. Nortia Logistics is, or I should say was, a decent sized trucking company out of Franklin Park, Illinois. Not a mega fleet, but not tiny either. They ran 56 trucks, had 45 drivers, and hauled everything from general freight to intermodal containers to beverages. Real solid Midwest operation. But now they're broke. Officially filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy on June 9th, 2025. And yep, I dug into the court documents and wow, isn't just a cash crunch. It's a full-blown financial mess. According to the filing, they've got somewhere between 1 million and 10 million in assets and also between 1 million and 10 million in debt, which basically means they were treading water until they couldn't anymore. Let's talk about who they owe. This part's wild. Union Pacific, yep, the railroad giant is owed almost 4 million. 4 million. That's not just missed invoice. That's a relationship gone sour. Then you've got Ryder, the leasing company. They're owed about $825,000. And Prologis, the real estate giant that owns warehouses all over the country, they're short over $500,000. That's just the top three. In total, they've got 1 to 49 creditors, depending on how many end up filing claims. Now let's take a look at what Nortia still has to its name. They listed 11 trucks, 119 trailers, and 14 forklifts. So on paper, that's a decent chunk of equipment. And here's the catch, a lot of it is leased or has liens on it. BMO Harris has a lien on 7 of their trailers. RTS Financial, they've got claims on 7 Volvos. And there's this big leasing deal with Penske. They're leasing 26 trucks on top of what they already own. So yep, it looks like Nortia was running on borrowed wheels. They've also got warehouse space leased out in Dallas, which means they were trying to grow or run multi-location logistics. But now, every lease, every asset, every contract is being put under the microscope. So why did all this happen? Let's zoom out. The freight market right now is brutal. Spot rates dropped hard after the pandemic boom. Fuel costs are still high. Warehousing space is expensive. And to be honest, a lot of small and mid-sized carriers got way too aggressive during the boom years, buying trucks, signing leases, taking on loans. Now those bills are coming due, and the freight volume isn't there to cover it. Illinois alone has seen dozens of trucking companies either shut down or file for bankruptcy in the last 12 months. Nortia is just the latest in a growing trend. And this is even, chapter 7. It's chapter 11, which means they are trying to restructure and keep going. They're telling the court, hey, we're in trouble, but give us a chance. We think we can turn this around. But turning things around is not easy in this industry. They have to convince their creditors, people like Union Pacific, Ryder, and Prologis, that it's worth letting them keep operating instead of just liquidating everything. That means they've got to cut down on expenses, rework some lease agreements, and maybe sell off some of trailers or forklifts, and prove they can still make money hauling freight. And trust me, guys, the court's not gonna buy it unless the math adds up. Here's what comes next. They'll have to file a full financial report, submit a reorganization plan, and deal with objections from creditors who want their money now. That process, it's long, it's expensive, and it's stressful for everyone involved. Let's not forget there are real people behind this. Around 45 drivers, warehouse staff, dispatchers, they're all in limbo right now. Some of them might lose their jobs, some might not get their final paychecks, some might have to wait for unemployment or scramble to find another carrier. And then you've got the shippers, business who relied on Nortia to move goods. Now they're stuck trying to reroute rates, deal with late deliveries, or find new partners. It's messy, and it hits everyone in the chain. So here's the big question. Can Nortia bounce back? Maybe. They're not some fly-by-night company. They've got assets, they had contracts, and Chapter 11 gives them a legal lifeline if they use it wisely. But with this level of debt and this kind of creditor list, it's going to take some serious restructuring to stay alive. And the truth is, this might be a sign of what's still to come. We've seen a wave of trucking bankruptcies before, and usually when one company goes under, it's not long before others follow. The industry is fragile right now, margins are thin, and the companies that don't adapt, they collapse. If you're a driver watching this, keep your eyes open. If your company is behind on payments, has weird lease agreements, or you're not getting good freight lanes anymore, don't ignore those red flags. And if you're a broker or a shipper, that is a wake-up call to diversify your carriers. Don't rely on just one or two mid-sized fleets, because if they go down, you're scrambling. As for Nortia, time will tell. They've got a court case open, assets to reorganize, creditors to negotiate with, and a very uncertain road ahead. But this isn't just their story. It's the story of a trucking industry that's still trying to find its balance post-pandemic. So what do you guys think? Is this just another casualty of a freight recession? Or is Nortia the canary in the coal mine? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear what you think, especially if you are in the industry. What are you seeing out there? Are rates improving at all? Are fleets getting more stable? And hey, if you found this breakdown useful, give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next update. We've got a lot more stories like this coming. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe, stay sharp, and keep those wheels turning. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.